Hey guys, it's Platinum Warpstar here, and today we are going to be doing a top 5, something I haven't done in quite a while. But this top 5 is unscripted, and also, I don't know what else, it's just unscripted, and also this is based off of my opinion, so if you start saying your opinion is false, then, well, you are wrong. I have an opinion, and I get to say whatever I want. So, without further ado, this is my top 5 Nintendo Switch games. So, one thing to point out, Splatoon 2 will not be on here as that game is not fully released, and just a reminder, this is based off of my opinion, and this is scripted, and also I'm listing the games that only I have played before, not games that I have not played, so I can't really say anything about the games I haven't played. So, let's get started. So, number 5 on my list, which is a game that people are gonna disagree with me about because not very many people like it, and that game is 1-2 Switch. Oh, this game is $50 and it's so terrible because it's $50. It's way too expensive. Well, sometimes it's fun for a short little bit, and then, well, you know, sometimes it's worth your money, sometimes it isn't. But, the first night I played this with my friends, we had an absolute blast with it for the first night, and I mean, it was pretty fun doing games like Quick Draw and Safe Crack, and especially Ball Count because that was actually really cool with the HD rumble and stuff. I really like it. It actually feels like they're marbles rolling around in the balls, or in the Joy-Con. Sorry about that. Sometimes I get mistaken, but yeah, I do like 1-2 Switch for what it is, but I would not buy it for, was it $50? I would wait until like you go to like a friend's house or something to play it because it's not really worth $50. But you know, if you just play it the first time, it's pretty fun the first time going through all 28 of the minigames, and I'll list my problems with the game. Yeah, there's definitely a lack of minigames for $50. I believe Nintendo really chose quantity over quality with this one because it's just not. There's not a lot of stuff to do for $50, so yeah. 1-2 Switch is my number 5 pick for top 5 Switch games of March. I forgot to say that, of March. So, yeah. So let's move on to my number 4 pick for Switch game of March. And my number 4 pick is Snipperclips Cut It Out Together. So this is a really... Snipperclips is a really fun co-op multiplayer game, and the game is really fun if you have someone to play it with, like through the whole game. But I mean, single player, I played the demo in single player. It's not too exciting when you're doing it single player, but I mean, it's still a good game regardless. It's really good. It's Nintendo eShop exclusive for $20. I'm pretty sure you're getting your money's worth for $20 because it is a really charming game, and also you're getting 45 two-player stages. I believe 12. What is it? 4-player stages, and then 3 battle modes that you can play with your friends, which I believe they're like dojo, hockey, stuff like that. So Snipperclips Cut It Out Together. Those are my positives. However, if I were to say negatives, then this is more of an opinion of mine. But what is it? I did dojo with 4 people, and to be honest, it wasn't as fun as I thought it would be, in my opinion. But you know, it's still fun regardless. It's just not what I is not really my it's not my jig. I don't really like Dojo that much, but you know, if you like it, that's perfectly okay. But Snipperclips Cut Out Together is a great $20 game for the Switch. You should definitely buy it if you have somebody to play through the whole game with. It's really good. So let's move on to my number 3 pick, and my number 3 pick for best or Switch games of March is Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. Sorry, this is unscripted, so sometimes I forget what I was gonna say. But yeah, Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. Yes, I know it's been released on other consoles such as Xbox One, PS4, PS3, PC, whatever. But as of right now, I believe the new campaign for Shovel Knight, Spectre of Torment, is actually exclusive on the Switch right now. And there's a new version called Treasure Trove, which includes all of the 3 campaigns, which is the one I actually purchased. And this was a game released back in 2014. It's a retro-like platformer similar to Mega Man, stuff like that. And it's a really good game. Like, if you own a Switch and you haven't played Shovel Knight yet, definitely go buy Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. It is a fantastic game. I hardly have any issues with it, to be honest. It's the only thing that I'd say that would probably keep you from buying is if you like or dislike platformers. If you don't like platformers, I'd still just try Shovel Knight, because Shovel Knight is truly a game you should not miss out on. It's a great platforming game and surprisingly addicting to shovel up everything. And it's also just as good on the Switch. It runs perfectly, it looks beautiful. Even though it's a retro game, and retro games aren't really supposed to be super graphical, but yeah, Shovel Knight's fantastic. I hardly have any issues with it whatsoever, and definitely buy it. It's worth the $25. And if you already own Shovel Knight on other systems like Steam or 3DS or Wii U or whatever, then you can just, if you want the exclusive like stuff to Switch, then you can just pay $10 for the Spectre of Torment. What is it? The Spectre of Torment campaign. So yeah, Shovel Knight is my number 3 pick for best Switch game of March. Now we're gonna move on to my number 2 pick of best Switch game of March, and that is, for me personally, Fast RMX. Fast RMX is a really fun 4-player racing game that is also online. One of the few Switch games that is online supported, like Bomberman R is, Fast RMX is. However, I don't think the game is getting an update because for some dumb reason they didn't include the ability to play with friends, which in my opinion is dumb. But if you want the couch 4-player experience, then Fast RMX is a really good racing game for $20. So you're spending $20 for 3 race tracks, which is not 3, 30 race tracks, which is absolutely worth it. And yeah, Fast RMX is really good. It's extremely similar to F-Zero and I believe Wipeout. Never actually played that game, but yeah, extremely similar to F-Zero, games like that. And it's a really good racing game. And it's actually a port of the Wii U game, an enhanced port of the Wii U game, Fast Racing Neo. And pretty much all my problems from that game have been fixed. However, there still are a bit of bugs here and there, but you know, it's still a great game for $20, and you should definitely buy it if you have 4 players to play with. And also 4 players, like 4-player split screen actually runs at 60 frames per second. So take notes, Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart Wii. Alright, jokes aside. Yeah, Fast RMX is my number 2 pick for best Switch game of March. And now, my number 1 pick for best Switch game of March, which is actually pretty obvious. It is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And yeah, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Is that all I need to say? No, because I'm going to talk about it. Breath of the Wild is a launch game. I believe it's like the best Nintendo launch game in history. Like, it's sold really well. And yeah, it's also available on the Wii U. So, if you don't have a Switch, you can just get it on your Wii U. But it's truly a great game. It's probably my favorite Zelda game out there. It's so addicting just to run around the world and get everything in the game. Get all the shrines, get everything. It's vast of an open world like Skyrim or something. And yeah, it's a great single player experience. It should definitely be the go-to game you get on your Nintendo Switch when you buy it. But yeah, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I hardly have any issues with it. However, I will say I do have one issue, is that I do feel like some areas of the game are pretty generic. That's just me personally, but I feel like some areas of the game are really generic and, just the same sometimes. I'm not going to get into what, because lots of spoilers going around right now. I'm not going to try and spoil anything for anybody, because you should definitely go pick The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild up. It is absolutely worth the $60 you spend for it. And it's both versions, the Switch version and the Wii U version, are both great from what I've heard. And yeah, I have the Switch version. It's the only version I own. And yeah, so that is my top 5 Switch games of March. So yeah, I recommend all of these games that I just listed. And yeah, I'm really excited for what everything has to come for the Switch, like Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, even though that game is a port, and Splatoon 2, obviously, because that game is really fun from what I played. And yeah, also, before I do end the video, I want to thank you guys for 50 subscribers. I am really happy that we made it to 50 subscribers, and I hope my channel gets to grow even further than that in the future. So yeah, thank you guys for everybody. Thanks to everybody who subscribed to me on my channel. So yeah, that is it for my video, and let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree or disagree with me? And I will definitely read all of your comments, and I will try to respond to them. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.